Hello. What's the weather been like where you garden? Well, here at Homegrown Veg in the northwest of the UK, we've just had a dreadful week. I don't think we saw the sun for a week. We had a low cloud base, mist, cool weather, and the wind has been torture. So I haven't been able to get out in the garden much. Just being able to look out of the window and see what the weather was doing to the veg, blowing the potatoes down. Sweet corn was flapping in the wind. Flowers in the border have all been flattened. I'm fairly sure if you're gardening in the UK, you've had some of this. So I've no need to go on about it, have I? And you've maybe suffered the same damage that I've suffered. Let me show you this, and I'm going to ask for some advice. But first of all, here's a little clip of video I shot yesterday. It was still a nasty day yesterday. The rain had stopped, but it was still windy. And I think you'll hear from my voice how despondent I was. That's a sweet corn mole. That's a sweet corn, sweetheart. I've only just managed to get outside. It's been blown a gale, pouring down with rain. I've only got 12 sweet corn, as you know, a block of 12. Now it's a block of 10. Look, the males were just starting to appear. Oh, Molly. The trials of gardening, eh? The trials of gardening. Nothing here for you, sweetheart. Nothing here. I think these can probably go in the bin, can't they? Nothing we can do with these. So, 12 sweet corn and now 10. Did you hear the despondency in my voice? This is why. This sweet corn has been snapped off here. It now has no male flower. But what it does have, it has 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 females. So there's a chance of 4 cobs developing on this plant if it'll still grow. Now I don't know if it will. If you've had sweet corn that have snapped before, let me know. Let me know what you did, if you did anything at all. Now I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I've got over my despondency and I've got a plan of attack. Okay. I'm hoping that this plant will still grow on. Oh, and incidentally, they weren't staked yesterday, a big mistake. I should have had these bamboos in and I didn't, but I have now. And I've got 2 plants like this with females and the potential of becoming sweet corn, corn on the cob, but no males. Now these plants are going back into a block of 12, but there are only 10 males. 2 of the males have snapped off. But as you know, these plants are wind pollinated, and perhaps the pollen from 10 males will fertilise the 12 sweet corn plants. Pollen from other plants might fertilise these cobs. I don't know if it will. So I've got another plan. I've got a backup. But anyway, we're going with that for starters. But let me run this by you. These are the 2 males that snapped off yesterday. As you can see, the male flower has appeared. I've got them standing in this 10-inch pot. Excuse me, there's no holes in this pot. This pot's got some water in. So I've got them standing in water. Now, if these are in fact a flower, oh, by the way, that's another thing. The reason I didn't stake these things was, as far as I'm aware, this sweet corn is a grass, or it was developed from grass, and I expected it just to bend in the wind. Anyway, it didn't, it snapped. Right, let's get back onto this. So these males are flowers. So what do you do when the wind snaps your flowers off in the border? Well, you take them indoors, don't you? Put them in a vase, don't you? That's what you do. Okay, so if these are male flowers, could we take these indoors and put them in a vase in the hope that pollen will set on these in I don't know how many weeks, and then we could perhaps bring them outdoors and, a bit like Ken Dodd, use them as a tickling stick on the females. What do you think? Could we do that? Well, I'm going to give it a shot, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these guys outdoors for a while so they don't get ahead of themselves, and if they stay alive and they look viable, nearer the time when the females have got silks, when they've got tassels and they're ready to be pollinated, we'll take these indoors where it's a wee bit warmer, keep them in the light. We'll try and get these guys to produce some pollen, and if they do, we'll bring them out nice and gently, and we'll just do that on the females. What do you reckon? I'm in with a shout. Well, that's what I'm going to do. Unless you tell me there's a better way, unless somebody's done this before and there's a better way, that's my plan of attack. Okay, this is Homegrown Veg, signing out.